Remember this story I did a few weeks ago about this guy in Harrison, Ohio, who put up a Confederate flag surrounded by toilets? Now we know the reason why. So this is an update story at Local 12. This is by Chelsea Sick. This came out February 26th. It says here, Harrison property owner explains controversial toilet and Confederate flag display. And they've got a clip you can click on. A local man is finally explaining why he put toilets and Confederate flags on his property. So apparently he did this on several of his properties. Harrison resident Steve Hickey says it was an act of retaliation, not white supremacy here, against Harrison city leaders who are not doing enough to address his zoning concerns. Hickey's family owns a home on Harrison Avenue, and in a detailed report he provided to Local 12, he expresses his concerns about Hilltop Performance Off-Road just across the street. So you've got this business across the street from where he lives. The truck accessory store has been open in Harrison for decades. 20 years ago, the conditional use for the property allowed for more than 8 cars on the lot at a time. Now there are 4 more. So the real issue here is he feels that this business, which is across the street from where he lives, his property, that they're going outside of what they're allowed to do with this city zoning code, putting more of these trucks or vehicles on commercial property. Hickey and his family own several properties nearby, and he says he does not want to look at the quote-unquote junkyard on their property. Quote, I went to the zoning, I asked them to approach Hilltop Performance and asked them to please just clean up their property, he said. He said months went by without changes, so in response, Hickey put up displays with Confederate flags and dozens of toilets on his property, complete with a welcome to Harrison sign with the mayor's name on it. This is fantastic. I love this. This is sticking it to the local government. This is power of the people. This is what you do as an American. You protest something you don't like, and you do it in a peaceful manner. This guy's doing this in a peaceful manner. Quote, that's nothing more than a protest of saying, hey, if you're going to make all of us look at something nasty, then the city of Harrison can look at something nasty. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, do I totally agree with what this guy's doing? Not really. But it is funny to see this update to the story here and share it with you. But this just goes to prove that a lot of times it has nothing to do, the Confederate battle flag has nothing to do with white supremacy. The Efkamin family owns Hilltop Performance and says they were surprised to hear the property was at the center of this protest. Quote, the city leaders have not said we needed to change anything, said Annie Efkamin. They said we were a very successful business in the city of Harrison and they're happy to have us. I'm trying to do this in one take today, so pardon me if it sounds like I'm rushed here. Got to get ready for work soon. Harrison Mayor Ryan Grubb says commercial property zoning requirements have changed and Hilltop remains in compliance with them. Quote, Hilltop Performance Accessories does not have any violations. They have been good community partners and the owners have been accommodating as the city has made adjustments in its zoning requirements, he said. And he says she and other members of the community were offended by the use of the Confederate flag. But we would never want us associated with that as a people. Ew! Ew! You can't, no, don't you dare show the Confederate battle flag. Ew! Gross! Get away from me. It's like showing Dracula the cross. But Hickey doesn't see the problem with this. Quote, I don't know why society has become offended by everything. They're offended by the air we breathe nowadays, and I don't know why, he said. Exactly. Everybody's offended by everything. He claims it is nothing more than a statement against the city. Quote, I just don't understand why the city ignores this when they can see it just like anyone else can see it. The owners of Hilltop Performance say they have outgrown this property and have already planned to move their business by the end of the year. The toilets have since been cleaned up. Hickey added a sign to his property and says, coming soon, this is what it says, the sign. Coming soon, City of Harrison's homeless camp. So he's really trying to stick it to the city here. He says this is actually his plan for the property and not more retaliation against the city. Mayor Grubb says the city has no further information on the property owner's intentions other than the sign. So he's basically toying with the city here. Hey, if you're going to let this commercial business, which is across the street from where I live, overstep these zoning requirements, where they're only supposed to have, let's say, 8 vehicles on their property, and now they have 10 or 12, and it's causing an eyesore, then I'm going to fight back by putting up a Confederate battle flag and a whole bunch of toilets. See how you like that one? See what the response is to that. This is great. This is fantastic. But it just goes to show that sometimes when somebody puts up a Confederate battle flag, 99.9% of the time, it has nothing to do with white supremacy. It's people trying to make a statement against an overreaching government, whether it be a local government, federal government. Power to the people. Power to the people. So I thought I'd give you this update today. Quick video. Thanks for being with me. Another one-take video. It is what it is. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can find me at X, Culture Confederacy, at Culture Confed1 on X. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll catch you next time, and you all have a great Tuesday.